Hi there. Welcome to the weekend update. This is Dennis Wells, and in the news this week, it has all been about interest rates. Ever since we got the uh, BLS jobs report that came in much weaker than what was expected, we've seen mortgage interest rates and treasury rates go down pretty considerably to the lowest levels of the year, to be quite honest with you. So, what does that mean? Well, a weak job, weak employment picture is going to encourage the Federal Reserve to cut their short-term rates, which will eventually work into lower 10-year Treasury rates, which would translate into lower mortgage interest rates. So in the weekend update, I do have links to a couple of articles that I found very interesting. One is from Goldman Sachs, talking about the number of interest rates cuts they expect in 2025, as well as in 2026. There is a YouTube video from Fox News talking about what it is that could really ignite the market. And what, spoiler alert, what we have found is that as mortgage interest rates go down, there is more interest in people buying houses, which does solidify the housing market and put upward pressure on prices. And in fact, what we're seeing in the market now is a little bit of softness in listing prices simply because there are not as many buyers that are out there in the market. But that could change quickly if interest rates go down in a substantial way. Now, of course, the president is talking about wanting a 3% interest rate cut. And while I don't see that being an option in reality, what I do see is that the fact that there are people talking about how interest rates are too high, how the Federal Reserve's plan of keeping rates higher for longer is causing damage to all the sectors of our country. And there's really some international issues that we can deal with as other central banks are lowering their rates while we're keeping our rates high because the dollar is the reserve currency of the world. So one of the groups actually that is most hurt by higher interest rates and higher home prices are those first-time homebuyers. So there's also an article here about the average age of the first-time homebuyer. And I'd love to talk with you about some things that I'm working on to help first-time homebuyers make that transition earlier than the average age, and different house hacks that I talk with people about to help them make that transition more affordable for them into home ownership. Of course, as interest rates do go down because the economy is cyclical, interest rates are cyclical, we will see more demand for houses, higher pressure on housing prices, which means if you are thinking about buying a house and would be interested even in hearing some of these house hacks, give me a call. So the team and I at 219-230-8400, we would love to talk with you about our certified buyer program, what we are doing to help people be the most competitive offer on a house. And if you're looking to move up, we can talk with you about how to remove the housing contingency before you actually, without actually selling your house before you buy the house that you really want. Also, on the side of the presentation here, we have some featured listings. So our luxury listing of the week is 141 South Belgian Court in Valparaiso, a beautiful home, a great price for all the amenities that you receive on that. You just can't build a house like that for that price today. So that is a great opportunity. Our move up house of the week is in Ogden Dunes. It's 23 Sunset Trail, a beautiful house and a great community to be a part of, and walking or golf cart distance from the beach for sure. And if you're looking to get into an entry-level house, 1230 West 10th Place in Hobart is the place to be this weekend. There's actually going to be an open house there. And at a $255,000 price point, I'm certain that that house is going to be under contract by the end of the weekend. So if you are interested in that one, take a look at it. Maybe go see the open house, call your agent, see if you could tour it yourself. and be ready to make an offer. And of course, if you want to be very competitive, give me a call or send me a text, 219-230-8400. We'd love to get you fully pre-approved going into the weekend. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If there is anything that we can be doing to help you, don't hesitate to reach out. This is Dennis Wells. Hope you have a great weekend.